In this video today, we're going to start off with the S&P 500. We're going to take a look at what is next. This morning, Alan shared with us this nice view of the S&P 500. And in it, he added this trend line over here. You could see connecting the March 2020 high, the September high. And then you could see we have now touched this right here last month in November and are now riding up against this resistance. This could be setting up a new leg upwards on the S&P 500, ultimately challenging this trend line over here, this prime clone blue trend line he has over there. That could be in the cards, or at this point, if the resistance hold, and often resistance will hold until it's broken, we could expect a correction at this point. What would a correction look like? Where will we be targeting first? On the upside, it's kind of easy. You have to first now wait for a breakout, see if you could flip over, and then be looking on the long side. Right now, though, should you be looking to sell short over here because of the resistance you're leaning into? Are we in an uptrend or a downtrend? It's the equity markets. Stocks are always going up. We're right here at all-time highs on the S&P 500. You do not want to sell the index. The only time that you're looking to short the index, make money if it goes down, is when you're seeing a lot of momentum to the downside. There's an old saying that the equity markets take the stairs up and the elevator down. That is what happens right now over here. If we do hold this resistance we're currently into right now, look for a correction first into this trend line over here. This is what the market has been paying the most attention to lately. You could see these two touches. Then we were rejected, broke it, flipped it into support. That's the trend line that we will be watching if we do break down over here. I'm rooting and hoping that we break up and start a new leg up. Everything is pointing to this risk-on atmosphere. It's almost that the market, no matter what is thrown at it, doesn't really care. It just continues that risk-on tone, even seeing what I believe to be an overpriced oil trading up at $45. Now, I say what I believe to be overpriced. I'm saying that also saying, right, as soon as we broke out of this channel over here, I said that we were looking at testing perhaps first 44.50, 44.90 in this area, and then even as high as 49.80 up there. And all those things seem to be playing out. Nevertheless, there's a lot of money floating around over there. The Fed's QE purchases are just massive, and that money is going to places. We're seeing it in the equity markets. We're seeing it in real estate. We're seeing it across the board. Let's look at the dollar today, just off its new multi-year low. The last time the dollar traded down at this level, by the way, was going back to 2018, a couple of years ago, right? We are now breaking down to yearly lows, and there's a lot of pressure, continued pressure on the dollar. Look, do we have any type of support that we could look into over here? Just come down with me. You all know that first we were targeting 90.83. The target has been met now. That opens up now 88.40 down over here in this area. If you extend this trend line over here, come with me back to the 8-hour time frame. If I extend this trend line over here, let me just take a look at where that is taking us. If that's going to provide any type of near-term support, which it possibly might. Let's extend this down. Here we go. Extend right down. All right, I'm going to keep watching that and see what happens as the DXY continues to be under pressure. Obviously, that is beautiful to watch and see. Cheers to all those who got into the Euro-US dollar. That's a nice ride over there. You all know that I'm playing Bitcoin. That's how I play the dollar over here. And Bitcoin over here, all of a sudden something changed today. Have you noticed what changed on Bitcoin today? It is kind of important before we get over there. This is, Alan also shared with us, this is altcoins versus Bitcoin market cap. And you could see, look at this area. This was support, support, support. Bitcoin busted through that. Now we're trading back above that broken support. It never held as resistance, and we've confirmed it back into support again. This could be where alt season's launched. Thanks, Alan, for sharing that with everyone. Speaking of thanks, Brandon, his YouTube channel is right below in the description. As you finish watching this video, go ahead and check out both Brandon's Crypto Trades and Tech and Heath's Trade Talk. Both of them are content that you want to be watching. Subscribe to their channel. Go ahead to both of them. Here they are, Trade Talk. Subscribed. This is our own Heath, Brandon. excellent information that I think that you all will benefit from. Bitcoin, what has changed on it today is that $19,400 seems normal. It seems very, very, very normal to everybody. Bitcoin's about to go ahead and continue to eat everything. You saw the tweet, Bitcoin is Pac-Man eating everything along the way. You could talk about right now stocks, and we were talking about stocks earlier and the fact that QE, asset inflationary stocks go up. Now, Jordan, does that mean that things can't crash? Yes, we're not in this moment having any type of deflationary pressure. And mind you, there is massive deflationary pressure if you talk about technology. Technology is massively deflationary, right? It makes jobs more efficient and at the same time takes away workers. Less are needed. Massively deflationary. The Fed is doing everything they can over here to keep monetary policy as loose as possible. They've made the decision that over time they're going to look to try to inflate their way out of this debt. Bitcoin is the trade right now. All things being pretty, we love gold. I love gold. There'll be a time when gold, when it's time to pull out that arrow and get back into gold. That's not right now. This is the time over here. Could we see a correction on Bitcoin? Of course we can. Always be prepared. Still always be prepared for a 30% correction, as I am. That, by the way, would take us down to, let's see where it is. It is over here towards this very important technical level at 13,700. Why very important? You have over here horizontal support. You also over here, that trend line from that channel. I'm going to zoom out over here so you could see it. Look at this. Here you go, up in that area. Again, over here and here. And then over here, it's a big area over here, over here. That is where we would, that would be massive amount of buying. You saw on the Bitcoin Euro, you saw all of a sudden Bitcoin did come off 30%, but it was just a spike. And that's what I think this is going to be. I don't know that we're limited to 15 or 20% drawdowns. I think we're still going to have 30. Always be watching your downside. That being said, there seems to be a lot more upside and everyone seems to really be catching on. Bitcoin under 20,000 is cheap. Bitcoin under 30,000 is cheap. Why do I say that? I do not believe that we see lower than 30,000. Now, I won't be able to know until the high print is in of this bull market phase, but I don't think that we see below 30, 35,000 on Bitcoin in the coming bear market, and therefore anything under that is really cheap Bitcoin. So, that being said, what else do we got? Ethereum. This looks beautiful. Just look at this chart for 1 second. You could see over here, look at this. We see now we had that one touch, another touch. Now the third test into that 620 resistance. Look above it and see what's above you. That is $817 in that area, $789 up into $817 in that sweet spot. That's what we'll be targeting next on Ethereum once price is able to go ahead and break through this resistance. It's almost as if it's coming, and it is coming soon. So Ethereum, Bitcoin, let's check in really quick just to see. You could see Ethereum, Bitcoin. You could see this beautiful, I have an arrow here. It's more actually of a bull flag than it is of a triangle consolidation. You can make the case for both. That's the BlockFi Visa card. I think it's a really good looking card. I will be looking to get one as soon as it's available. I do like BlockFi. I really like their services. I highly recommend their services. There's a link below if you're interested in. I use it to buy Bitcoin. I also use it to lend against my own current collateral of Bitcoin. So here we are. That looks very bullish over here on Ethereum, Bitcoin. It looks like we're breaking out to the top side over here. And if this holds, the first thing that we're targeting over here is this last swing high over here. And that brings with it some pretty big resistance going back. And look at all this support, then all that resistance. That's a big level. Once we're through there, that, the next target on Ethereum, Bitcoin, you're looking at 0.04. That is substantially higher than we are today. That's what's unfolding. That's how I see the markets. Everyone, I look forward to tomorrow morning's session. I hope you can make it. If you can't, definitely watch the replay. It's going to be a fun Friday session. And then after that, we have a live training session with Conquering the Markets. Have a beautiful afternoon, everyone. If you haven't already, 2 things. Smash the like button. Check out and subscribe to Heath's Trade Talk and also Brandon's Crypto Trades in Tech. All right, everyone. I'll see you in the morning.